The Lives of Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald
by Clara and Renusha.
Zelda Sayre was born July 24, 1900, in Montgomery, Alabama. Zelda was the youngest of 6 children and was raised in a fairly wealthy family, her father being the Supreme Court Judge of Alabama. When she was 18, she met Scott Fitzgerald at a party and fell in love right away.
F. Scott Fitzgerald was born on September 24, 1896, in St. Paul, Minnesota. He came from an Irish Catholic family. His name originated from his famous second cousin, Francis Scott Key, who wrote The Star-Spangled Banner. He met Zelda as he was about to go to work at Baron Collier, an advertising agency in Manhattan, and asked Zelda to marry.
Zelda accepted his proposal at first, however they had to break up the engagement because he was unable to show her that he would be able to support her, since he could not maintain his job in the advertising business.
In the meantime, he had trouble with his finances, so therefore he took up a job fixing car roofs. At the same time as his daytime job, he lived at home with his parents and revised his novel, The Romantic Egoist, which was accepted by the American publisher Scribner's.
In the fall of 1919, Zelda and Scott started their engagement again. The Romantic Egoist was published on March 26, 1920, and became one of the most successful books of the year.
In their early marriage years, Zelda ventured into the trend of being a flapper, a fashionable and free-spirited woman.
On the 26th of October 1921, Scott and Zelda had their first and only child, Scotty Fitzgerald.
Since the age of 16, Scott Fitzgerald was an excessively terrible drinker, which deteriorated his health and pushed his relationship with Zelda to the verge of ruins.
With all the partying and the drinking, it was getting harder and harder to maintain a family life.
In 1928, Zelda wanted to pursue an old dream of becoming a ballet dancer.
Scott didn't like the fact that it was Zelda's lifelong dream of being a ballet dancer because he didn't see any point to pursuing it.
The strain in their marriage contributed to Scott's increase in alcoholic consumption. Meanwhile, Zelda was impacted by their bad relationship, causing her to go down with a case of bipolar disorder. She was a patient at Highland Mental Hospital, Nashville, North Carolina. She also wanted to write a novel of her own and named it Save Me the Waltz, which got published in 1932. However, she included details of their marriage in the book, which stirred up anger with Scott.
Scott wanted to get back at Zelda. Therefore, in his novel, Tender is the Night, he also wrote details about the struggles in their marriage.
Later on in Scott's career, he traveled to Hollywood to attempt screenwriting. While he was there, he met Sheila Graham, who he had an affair with. Sheila was working in Hollywood as a movie columnist.
In 1940, Scott tragically died because of depression and heavy drinking.
Zelda spent the rest of her life working on her second novel, which was never completed.
In 1948, Zelda was still a patient at the Highland Hospital, which one night mysteriously caught fire, and Zelda and 8 other patients burnt to death in their hospital beds.